And to details. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi arrived home after attending the 8th Trilateral Summit with his Cypriot counterpart Nikos Anastasiadis and Greek Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis in Cyprus' capital Nicosia on Wednesday. The summit came within the framework of boosting distinguished trilateral ties and enhancing political consultations among the three nations, in which it probed their visions regarding challenges facing the Mediterranean and Middle East regions. It sought to foster regional cooperation among neighboring countries in the fields of energy, migration, combating terrorism, as well as the coronavirus pandemic. The details. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, his Cypriot counterpart Nikos Anastasiadis, and Greek Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis held a trilateral summit talks in Cyprus' capital Nicosia on Wednesday. Before returning home, President el-Sisi held a joint press conference with Anastasiadis and Mitsotakis, during which he stressed the significance of the trilateral strategic mechanism and stressed the significance of coordinating political positions facing regional and international files to overcome challenges facing the region's national security. The head of state reiterated that the foundation agreement of the Middle East Gas Forum is important to coordinate the cooperation among the three countries. He added that Egypt, Cyprus and Greece represent a successful model for the maritime demarcation to benefit from the available resources, especially gas and oil. For his part, the Cypriot president affirmed that Egypt is a significant partner for the EU and a main factor to establish stability in East Mediterranean region, asserting that their trilateral ties are not targeting any country but aim at enhancing their cooperation. Addressing the press conference, the Greek premier said the cooperation among the three countries is a model of understanding and represents their common visions, especially after COVID-19 pandemic and its economic impacts. Mitsotakis accused Ankara of unfounded claims of control and imperialist fantasies in the Eastern Mediterranean, with aggressive actions from Syria to Libya, from Somalia to Cyprus, and the Aegean to the Caucasus. He charged that Ankara had been using extreme rhetoric and taking unilateral and provocative actions while ignoring international order, as well as appeals for dialogue from the European Union, Russia and the United States. Concerning the Libyan file, Mitsotakis stressed that the political resolution must come from Libyan people themselves without any foreign interference. Ahead of the talks, President el-Sisi met with Anastasiadis, who expressed his appreciation for the president's visit and the profound bilateral ties developing in various fields. Anastasiadis asserted Cyprus' keenness to achieve more tangible steps to enhance cooperation between the two countries, as well as boosting trilateral cooperation mechanism with Greece, especially with the role played by Egypt to maintain stability and peace in the region, and its efforts to counter terrorism and illegal migration. For his part, President el-Sisi hailed the continuous development in bilateral relations, extending his appreciation to Cyprus for its supporting stances towards Egypt, as well as regional and international events and organizations. The two leaders stressed the importance of continuing implementation of joint projects within the framework of the trilateral cooperation to be a model to follow in the coordination and consultation reflecting distinguished Egyptian Cypriot ties. They reviewed the latest developments in regional files and crises and efforts exerted to reach political settlements, as well as boosting national institutions to reach political resolutions and attain security and stability in the region. Also, President el-Sisi met with the Greek Prime Minister, during which the head of state expressed Egypt's keenness to expand bilateral ties in various domains. He hailed the demarcation agreement as a big proof of deep ties that bind the two countries. Presidential spokesman Ambassador Bassam Radi said the summit came within the framework of boosting political consultations and exchanging visions regarding challenges facing the Mediterranean and Middle East regions. According to Radi, the summit aims at evaluating the developments in various fields and following up ongoing projects being implemented within the framework of the trilateral mechanism.
Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli and the Ministers of Education, Finance and Industry and Trade held a press conference on Wednesday. During the press conference, the Prime Minister announced that the improvements of the financial status law of the employees in the education system has been approved and will be applied next January. Madbouli said that the Cabinet reviewed a number of important files, adding that President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi has instructed to improve the financial status of the teachers. According to the Prime Minister, the government has exerted its utmost efforts to push forward the wheel of production and development. He referred to international institutions that have held Egypt's economic performance during COVID-19. In this respect, Madbouli called on Egyptians to adhere to precautionary measures to avoid the spread of the virus or any repercussions.